Hello everyone and welcome back to part 3 of the SMS Astray custom paint build. In this, in the last episode we went through all the red pieces, and this is kind of a similar process. Actually, it's a very similar process than what we did for the red, where we're still starting with a black surface or base for this, as I do with pretty much all of my metallics. Here we have the shield piece. It's all primed up, ready to go. And we're going to go over that with gunmetal and then go over most of the gunmetal pieces. I think I'm still going to keep the gun and a couple pieces here and there just straight gunmetal. But for the body pieces, I'm going to take the clear black, which looks just like black paint, but whenever you shake it, it kind of, it's more translucent, and it's going to darken up the gunmetal. So just as in the last video, I'm going to go over safety stuff first. Please use PPE. This is a lacquer-based paint, so protect your lungs. Use nitrile gloves, a respirator, a booth if you have one. If not, please spray in a well-ventilated area, still with a respirator. Now let's take a look at the paints themselves. Just like with the metallic paint review series video I did in the past, this has got the same style kind of label on it that the other metallics do. So it's got that like really cool looking metal look, and metallic gunmetal. This should be pretty dark on its own, but this is going to give it a little bit more oomph. Just like with the other paints, it's going to be 12 to 15 psi. It recommends a 0.3 needle. So really the psi and stuff's not really going to change. So like I said, we are going to do a base coat of the gunmetal and then follow through with some clear black to darken it down, but still keep that metallic feel coming through. One more thing I need to mention before actually going to the spray booth and starting with the gunmetal and clear black is these little side pieces. Literally, they're his side. These are actually like a more light gray. That's like the only part on this kit that's like a different color than the rest of the kit. But they're like a light gray. So what I'm going to do for these pieces is, this is SMS Metallic Super Silver. I was going to go more into detail with that in a later video with the gold, but I'm going to, in the color cup of the airbrush, I'm actually going to put a little bit of metallic, and then I'm going to kind of custom blend a little Super Silver into the metallic gunmetal to give it a cool color to go on with this, so that I'm making kind of the same color, just a more metallic version of that color. And of course I won't be going over these with clear black, it'll just be that color. So I thought I would add that in there instead of just surprising you when I'm doing it, and explain it a little bit better. So now we will move over to the spray booth. Okay, so here we are at the conclusion of the kind of what turned out to be metallic black pieces and the light gray pieces. What I did, of course, as you saw, is I base coated with the gunmetal and then went over it just like I did with the red pieces with the clear red. I went over it with the clear black. Now for these pieces here, as you saw in the video, I kind of came in with this and just poured it straight in. I actually started with a base of the super silver and added in gunmetal until I got the like dark silver that I wanted. So I kind of made a custom color for this here because silver was just too light, gunmetal was just too dark. So I wanted to, make it a certain color. So that's how I did it, and the reason why I kept it is because I might use that for the sword for like that wavy pattern effect. So we'll see about that. But as you can see with the spoon, just like in the red video, I did a spoon half and half, where this half here is gunmetal, and then this half here, which I went a little heavy on it because I was kind of testing it out. I had never used clear black before, so I went a little heavy. So the parts weren't quite this heavy, but if you catch the light just right in this one, you can even still see it through there. So I mean, it didn't turn it completely black. You can still see the metal flakes of the gunmetal shining through on the clear black. And the pigmentation, of course, with this one, just like with the red, super great. Everything sprayed at 12 psi, went through like a dream, laid like a dream on the part. And it was simply a pleasure to spray. You pour it straight out of the bottle, put it in your airbrush, boom. And, like I said, this stuff covered very well. I went over every piece with just one pass, because I didn't want it to get too dark and I still wanted to be able to see the stuff through. So let's take a look at the two examples I have here, which is the gun, and it almost has like a blue hue to it, which I mean is really neat. It's almost like a midnight color, but if you hit the light just right, you do see that sparkle, as you can see right there in the front, shining through, and on the shield, you can really see it. See all those sparkles coming through the clear black. So that's why I said it turned out to be more of like a metallic black. Now this paired with the red, paired with what is going to come next, which is the pearl white, I think is going to be really cool. And then the 2K over top of it, all of it this is going to be an insane paint job. I'm super excited to see the end result of this. Like I said, to reiterate, 12 psi, straight from the bottle, works like a charm. Like I said, this right here, I can't really give you a ratio because I kind of just blended it until I got a color that I wanted. But this stuff sprayed just as amazing. Very, very cool looking. And, I like the shade of like that light gunmetal that I got. So, that's going to conclude this segment of the videos. Next, like I said, we are going to tackle the pearl white. And be almost done. So, like I said, this will be it for this video. A like and subscribe would be appreciated if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.